Bye, Missy. Oh my god, I thought she had a spider on her back, but it's grass. That looks scary. Hi everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Patio Chat, or Secret Patio Chat. Hi. We haven't decided yet. We are going to be discussing General Hospital. I have the poll results from this previous week, and we're going to go through some of it and also talk about topics. Let's get through this. The poll that had the most results was, who is Steve Burton returning as? So this was very in the beginning of Patient 6. I gave the options Jason, Nicholas, or question mark. And overwhelmingly, the result was Jason, 71 to 29%. And I'm pretty sure that other percent was me, just me.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. They bring him back as Jason.
Yeah, I was trying to, you know, run the speculation train, because you never know. It's a soap opera. They could be two people. Dun, dun, dun.
Could be. It could be.
Oh, here's a very topical topic. Would you like a Sunday chat video?
Well, you have one now.
100% said yes, and I think there were like 8 or 9 people that answered that one.
All right.
So here
well,
you
thank
go.
You.
We have 9 views. That's why.
Well, that's a lot of support, so that's great. Thank you for your support. Yay!
Okay, a real question here. Now that we've warmed up, which Jason do you prefer? Ride or die, settled, both, or neither?
I like settled Jason.
So Billy Miller's Jason.
Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Steve Burton's Jason too, but I'm just so used to the new Jason.
Yeah, because you came in, what, 2 weeks before Steve Burton left for good?
Yeah, I didn't get to experience his character a lot, but not just so much that, but just like that now he wants to be a family man and that type of thing. So I like this Jason.
So the results were not helpful at all. 42% said ride or die, 42% said both, and 14% said settled. So really kind of leaning towards Steve Burton's Jason, or like I can't choose one. I agree with you. I've gotten used to settled Jason, but I have to admit, seeing Patient 6, Jason fighting and doing all that, bringing all that back, kind of did re-warm me up to the idea of Steve Burton's Jason. I just like with this whole Sam family happiness thing, that's the only concern I have of, like, you know, making it all work.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of evolution since
oh yeah,
Steve Burton.
There's been a lot of evolution already. Remember Silas Clay?
I do.
R.I.P. Remember John McMain? Cassie just shared something with me, like that we had gotten in a fight because she liked Jason with Sam, and Jason, that's around the time he was being a jerk, so I was liking Sam with John McMain, and like it almost tore us apart for good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it got heated.
To be ripped apart over a storyline.
It's true.
That's scandal right there.
Okay, so here, this is the poll of my secret shame. Did you remember Jason was shot and thrown into water?
Yes.
Well, you said it. Me was no, and for 85% of you, you said yes, and the 14% that said no, that was me taking the poll.
Well, I just thought it was so funny because of course they were leading us to want to think that Patient 6 was Nicholas. So Nicholas was shot and dropped into open water. But then again, so is Jason.
Yeah, see, I took the basic approach and was like, ha, who else could it be? And you're like, Jason. I'm like, yeah, but was he? Oh, yeah. Oh. That's literally how it went.
So there you go. Like, that was the plot twist of the century. Yeah, I like that though. But I really was looking forward to Nicholas coming back.
Yeah, me too.
Really was.
See, to me it was going to be bittersweet, because I think I said this on another one, because I love Nicholas, but like I love Tyler Christopher and I love Nicholas Bechdel, and I love what they bring to the characters together. So if they were to bring Nicholas back, someone who isn't Tyler Christopher, which they'd have to since he has a show, he's on another soap now, I think.
Okay.
If they did recast him, it'd be bittersweet for me, because it'd be like, yay, but also...
Right, yeah. No, I understand that. I understand, because, I mean, Nicholas is, you know, Tyler.
And that other guy who took over as Nicholas for like that M part, he never got any time with Spencer, so we never really got a sense of like how that would work, because then he was shot and thrown out a window into water.
I have a cat climbing up my leg, just to let you know.
Yeah, she does that.
That's why I keep leaning forward.
All right, here we go. What is your initial feeling on the Jason-Drew storyline?
Oh, Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think of him as
His
Drew.
name was Andrew, but we called him Drew.
Okay.
Good job.
What do I think of that?
Your initial feelings. Like when you're
Well,
like...
Oh, well, actually, I thought it was a very interesting way to go. Let's keep them both, figure out a way to keep them both. And the twin angle is very interesting because right from the beginning, they were always, like with Franco, like that he thought he was Jason's twin. Well, now give him a reason to realize that there really was someone that he thought he was a twin with. So
Right.
I like it. I like it.
Hi, Peter. She's in the
Is she in the picture?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe she wants to be a star.
My feelings, like I'm kind of like more towards the positive. I have my reservations, but as we know, like I actually have to see something to know how I feel about it. So like my initial feelings are positive, but that could change in an instant. Just like I'm rewatching some stuff from December where I was like, oh, I really hope Charlotte isn't Lulu's daughter. And then like overnight I was like, actually, I hope she is.
Oh,
so
I
it
love
happens that fast.
Yeah, I thought that was so good.
Yeah.
That Charlotte was.
Yeah,
Lulu's
as soon
daughter.
as
Yeah,
Lulu
I like
went
that.
for Valentine, I was like, oh, actually, I do like this.
Yeah.
The viewers, 75% said positive and 25% said negative.
Okay.
So,
All right, I'll take that.
Yeah, overall, positive. Should Carly back off of Michael?
Yeah, what do people think of that? Because I was gonna say I have mixed feelings on that, but I don't because as a mom, I know my answer. But let me hear what the viewers say, and then I'll let you know how I feel.
So there weren't a lot of votes on this one. If this one gets like more votes and skyrockets to the top for more votes, we will address it again next week. But right now, 100% of people said secret investigation. So it's not a yes, it's not a no. It's a keep going for it, but like don't let him know. Which obviously should not take that advice. She tried and then she couldn't.
Right, and that's how I feel that she shouldn't back off, but she needs to not be as aggressive with him because of course, what happens when a parent tells a child not to do something?
They
What
listen?
happens? Do they listen?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Sure they do. They listen in the opposite way. So what we have is the mom never can give up because she's mama bear. She never can give up. But she has to find the balance of not alienating her own child. And with Carly and Michael, Carly is not good at being subtle.
No.
She's not good at
No,
it. But
she's
I give her a lot of credit. I mean, she has her beliefs. She sticks to them.
Yeah, and I think
But-
she's really scared. Like, she's really scared.
Yeah, because of now, learning about Zach and that. I mean, she doesn't want to lose Michael. She's had too many close calls, and she's just coming through. I mean, she'll never get over it, but she's still grieving over Morgan.
Yeah. And her and Sonny have both been fighting off the idea that there was more they could have done for Morgan. So, like,
Yeah.
I guess she feels like if she doesn't do every single thing, if she even stops for a second and something does happen to Michael, it'll be like...
She will not live with that.
No. There was one poll, it didn't make the top ones yet, but I do want to address it real fast. I asked them if they thought Ava could change for the better, if she could turn it around.
Oh, interesting.
So far,
What?
people were leaning towards me saying no. But it was like yes, no. I think I did a maybe one. Maybe I did. Maybe I just kept it yes or no. So far, it's more of a no, but very few people have actually voted in it. So like we'll address it again for next week. But what do you think? Do you think she could really change?
No, I don't think Ava can change. Ava's Ava. I mean, she changes as she feels she needs to for dealing with like Kiki and the situation, but as a character, they're not gonna turn her into like a sweet person, because she's not.
Right.
And she's admitted herself that she knows she does things for herself, and it's all about her, and that, I mean, that's Ava. I mean, she's a cold-hearted killer. So, cold-hearted, cold-blooded.
Yeah. Both of them.
Okay.
Cold blood runs through her cold heart.
There you go. There's just cold, cold, cold. I don't like what Ava does, but I like that she sticks to her convictions.
Yeah, and I also think she's forgotten the part where Sonny said if you magically get your face like restored to how it was before the fire, then I'm gonna kill you because now you're no longer being punished.
Yeah.
So I think she's forgotten
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, I would agree with you that she's forgotten because her love for Griffin and the fact that she wants him to love her, I think has overshadowed anything that came before that. Because she's challenged by wanting to win Griffin over.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that?
Wow. I think that Ava just needs to leave him alone. He has his own challenges because of his questions about, you know, being a priest or not being a priest. It's not for her to, but you know what? I was just gonna say it's not for her to like dig into that, but that's what she does. She finds people's vulnerabilities and then she acts on it, and she knows that's his vulnerability.
Right, and I think ultimately that's why I can never like her character, because she always seems to go low, even when like that whole thing she did with Sonny to get custody, using the fact he was in a wheelchair and that she knew that he was very sensitive about that to get him to act out, and to just like go really like, I know, and not to say Sonny hasn't gone low, like they've all had their things, but she just seems to consistently always go low or always use her kids. Like it's just with Sonny, because a lot of people pointed out like you excuse Sonny for a lot of things that you like really get into Ava for. And me and Sonny, I think 2015, whenever Carly was seeing Franco and all that, which I used
that was a dark time.
Yeah, I was very, very not happy with him, like very consistently. Like I did not like how he was acting. So like I have, when he is being like not his best, I do feel like I do call that out, but he has his up moments, and he really does genuinely seem to care about his kids. Like he was gonna get out of the business, he was doing his best to get out, even though he, you know, Michael saw it wasn't realistic, so Sonny had to have known it wasn't gonna be realistic, but he tried. Whereas Ava, like it always feels so not genuine whenever she's talking about her kids, or like it always feels like they're more of a strategic measure than
exactly. That's what it is. Everything she does, it's a strategy. What works best for Ava, what's going to help Ava, and that's how she proceeds. That's perfect. I like that connection.
If she's the one that brings Jason back to Port Charles, though, that will throw a lot into oh no.
Well, what are you saying?
So I don't think you saw the M, but so Ava gives Jason, let's just, patient 6, let's just call him Jason for now on.
She gives him the paper
She gives him the paper clip.
Yes,
helps him get out. He beats up a guy. Okay. And right before he leaves the room, or has her leave the room, he goes, I owe you.
Oh.
So what if...
But then doesn't she say, like, who are you?
Yeah, and he doesn't answer. He says, I owe you. So what if when they get back to Port Charles, let's see, this first procedure did fix her face enough and Sonny's going to want to kill her? What if not owing...
Oh, Jason's gonna protect her.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's actually a really good twist, because now Jason's going to be stuck between wanting to be loyal to Sonny, but he's going to save Ava because, I mean, she's responsible.
She picked up that paperclip.
Yeah, and gave it to him.
Yeah, and she was going back. Credit where credit is due. She was going back.
Yeah.
I feel she genuinely, at this point, wants to be a better person. I just don't think it's feasible for her. I don't think she can. I don't think she... Oh, there's Missy. I don't think she has the capacity to.
I knew she was there.
There's this weird shadow that I thought was her. That's why I looked over there real fast, but it wasn't.
She goes down. She likes to go down by the gate. I don't know. It's that she wants to be a better person. She just wants to survive. That Ava's a survivor, so she'll do whatever it is. Let's see, she's rolling. She likes
moderate rolling.
she's a roller. Yeah, I think that's what it is with Ava. She's a survivor. I gotta give her credit.
And like selling out, basically, she looked Spencer in the eye and promised she'd do right by him and Nicholas. And then to do this for what, some, like...
And it's not even that she wanted to get her face back just to get her face back, because that I could understand. But it was specifically so she can win Griffin.
Yeah.
And now, of course, he's, you know, you wonder, well, you know, he's not in love with her. He wanted to be friends with her to help her, because that's his thing. He counsels people. So here now she's gonna come back. She's gonna be beautiful again, although, I mean, she was beautiful before. But she's gonna have her original face back. And he's not going to magically fall in love with her.
Right. And if he does, Anna is like, she go stop that in 2 seconds.
Yeah, Anna. She's the mother bear there.
Oh yeah.
She's definitely the mother bear.
And I just feel like I'm extra protective of Griffin because I know him from Supernatural. He played young John Winchester.
Oh, okay.
So like I just have this extra level of like love for him.
Right. Well, and I mean anyone who gets put in that position, like even when they were having that deep discussion and she just kept going at him for.
Yeah.
That wasn't right.
Yeah,
that
when
wasn't right.
Marisol had like just passed and then she wanted to compare it to how he would counsel her. Well, she had a lot of time in that hospital to, you know, absorb what was happening to her. And even when she was at home, she had a good solid week or more to kind of absorb it. And then he came to her. But like Marisol had just passed.
Right.
And
he was raw with
yeah,
emotion.
Yeah, you need to be alone and simmer and then talk to someone about it. But like, who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah,
I think I gave them an earful about that whole thing because that whole thing bothered me. And now I feel like we can really explore it together.
Right. Yeah, and that was really difficult, but for making Ava the one responsible to bring Jason back to Port Charles, that's gonna like really give her a lot of leverage with a lot of people.
And it's gonna challenge people like me who like really don't like her as a character, but now like have to kind of maybe find a way to reconcile. I think if she was facing some kind of justice for what she did to Morgan, I'd be able to feel better about it. But like there's nothing, and for all the build up they did to it, then to just be like, actually no, and we're gonna do this, and now you're all gonna feel bad for her, and everyone's gonna feel sympathy. But like, we can't forget what she did. I feel like we see that a lot in our daily lives now. Like one thing, we're like one person, they do one nice thing. It's like, oh, but they did this, and it's like, yes, but they also did 100 horrible things.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right. It doesn't make up for it. It doesn't make up for it at all. She needs to answer for what she's done, but she gets out of every situation. She killed Connie. She didn't pay for that.
Right. She's pretty much responsible for Sonny killing AJ.
Oh, yeah.
She had convinced Sonny kind of not to take his medicine, if I'm remembering right.
Yes.
And then she built that whole thing up, and then when it became between her and AJ, she twisted it, and like, so...
Yeah, she did. She set him up for that. And then, of course, that led to him and Michael having, you know, a big break. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was... Ava does a lot. And a lot what she does. She's a great manipulator. Yep. She loves to manipulate people.
Yep. This becomes an Ava session.
It seems to. I think we covered a lot for our very first Secret Patio
Chat. Shh.
Don't tell anybody.
Need 2 fingers. Shh. Don't tell anyone. But we will see you next week if you want us to cover any other topics. So I think mainly we'll cover like storylines that happened in the past week and the polls, the most taken polls, or the polls
I like
that
the
like
polls.
If there's anything in particular you want us to talk about, if you want us to talk about more about actor news too and all that, leave it down in the comments. Let us know. This show is mainly for you guys.
It is.
Right? So we will see you next week for Patio Chat, and have a great week. Bye.
Bye.